Hello everyone, I'm Shruti and this tutorial will give you an insight about what Mediawiki is, how to use it, along with its installation procedure on Ubuntu 14.04. So what is Mediawiki? Mediawiki is actually a wiki. So then what is a wiki? A wiki is an online software application that works like an interactive encyclopedia. Originally, the application was written for Wikipedia, the immensely popular online encyclopedia which contains detailed information about millions of things. MediaWiki has come a long way since Wikipedia. It is now an application that organizations and individuals can use as an encyclopedia. Moreover, they can use it for free because MediaWiki is open source. Organizations can quickly establish their own customized wiki and retain the company's knowledge, share facts, and procedures. But unlike many traditional content management systems, wikis remain simple enough for non-technical employees to use. One of the key features of wiki is that anyone can contribute or modify the content. This way, the wiki becomes more than an encyclopedia. It becomes the memory of the whole organization and all of the people within the organization. So what does the wiki consist of? A wiki consists of a collection of so-called wiki pages with information. Users can create and edit these pages in a universally accessible location. The information is universally accessible because a wiki is web-based. The only thing users need to do is to go online and surf to the wiki. Now let's look at installation of MediaWiki on an Ubuntu 14.04 droplet. Before diving into the installation of MediaWiki as a prerequisite, you must ensure your Ubuntu environment has SSH access and has a LAMP stack installed. A LAMP stack is a group of open source software that is typically installed together to enable a server to host dynamic websites and web applications. This term is actually an acronym which represents the Linux operating system with the Apache web server. The site data is stored in a MySQL database and dynamic content is processed by PHP. After you have installed the LAMP stack, we will first need to install a few additional PHP 5 modules. The first one we will be installing is the INTL extension for internationalization support. So go ahead to your terminal in your Ubuntu platform and type in the following sudo command. Sudo apt get install PHP 5 INTL. Secondly, we will install GD for image thumbnailing. Sudo apt get install PHP 5 GD. After you have successfully installed the modules, restart Apache. Sudo service Apache to restart. MediaWiki is available on the apt-get repository of Ubuntu, but it is out of date. Therefore, it is best to download MediaWiki directly from the source. After it has finished downloading, extract the package using the following command. Next, we will move the MediaWiki directory to the document root. For that, use the following command. Sudo move MediaWiki 1.28.0. Move it to this directory. Okay, so Mediawiki, since it's already installed, it exists in this particular directory. Next step, we will create a MySQL database. So log into your MySQL using the following command. Enter your password. Now create a database. Next, we will create a database user for the Mediawiki installation. Type in grant index, create, select, insert, update, delete, alter, lock tables on the name of your database to your username identified by a password you would like to provide. Next, we'll flush the MySQL privileges and exit out of the shell. Now we will set up Mediawiki. Now open your browser and type in the following URL: http:// and your server IP address 2.15. There you go. So the initial step of installation of Mediawiki is complete. To successfully complete the installation, you need to move the file local settings.php to the server. So make sure to download this particular file before closing this page. Click on Set up the wiki first. Choose the language you would prefer. Continue. So this is basically an environment check such that your PHP is installed, MySQL, Git version. These are all the prerequisites which Mediawiki requires. Since we have successfully completed installation of these prerequisites, this environment is suitable for Mediawiki. So scroll down, click on continue. In this section, you will have to provide the username and the password you had used during installation of Mediawiki on your terminal. So in our case, this would be Sammy and password. This would be the name of your database, which in our case is my_wiki. Continue. Remember, just use the default options and continue. You can name this wiki as test. You can have a username and password to access this wiki. So let's keep this as test and the Password is test again. Confirm the password, and you can go ahead and click continue. Oh, okay. So your password must be at least 8 characters. So let's go ahead and choose password, continue. So this is almost the end of the installation. You'll get this page. It shows that the installation is almost complete. Click on continue, and we are done with the installation. Do not forget to install local settings.php, as we have to make some few changes in here and move this to the server. So go ahead and save file. Alright, so as I said earlier, we need to move the local settings.php to the server. So to do this, first open the file on the server, go back to your terminal, and type in sudo nano var www html local settings dot php. Right, so now we will copy the contents of the file we downloaded onto this new location. Open this with the text editor. Copy all the contents of the file. Select all, copy, paste it in here. Save this file. So Control X. Yes. Alright. So you're almost done. Go back to your wiki page, reload, and you should be at your first wiki. There you go. So that is your new test wiki page. So now that we have our Mediawiki set up, let's discuss about how to create and edit Mediawiki pages. So this is how your default Mediawiki browser looks like. The first thing you would notice is this particular title. This is what is displayed on your main page. So if you would like to change this to say something like test page, hit enter, you would have a test page which would be created. But to finally create this page, you would have to click on this create option. Now you have this particular text box which comes up. So to fill in this test page with content, this is where you type in all the data. So for example, you have to create subheadings. What you would do is write equal to subheading 1. If you want a heading below this particular subheading, you you use 2 equal to's, subheading 2, and so on. Right, so you go down and show preview. As you can see, the Wikimedia has created 3 different subheadings, one below the other. So now let's look at another feature of Mediawiki, which is the View History tab. So if you click on this, you would see information about who has edited what part of the page and what has he done. So in my case, since I'm not logged in, it's showing the IP address. But if you have users who are logged in, they would show the username along with what they did. So for example, I created the page with these 3 subheadings. So going back, so now if you want to edit content under this particular subheading, you could do it in 2 ways. One way would be to click on this edit, which would allow you to edit the entire test page and write content over here. The other way, which is definitely much easier, would be to directly click on this edit option next to the subheading which you want to edit under. So for example, I would like to type in under the edit page, I would directly go and type in, this is a test page, and save changes. That would show up on my test page. Wikimedia also has a couple of ways to change the font and styles of your content. So for example, I want to make this bold. I highlight the text, click on bold. So bold is basically 3 inverted commas, and this can be done either manually by directly typing in the 3 inverted commas, or you could simply choose the option over here. Suppose I want to italicize this, I will highlight it. This time it's going to be 2 quotes instead of 3. And let's go back and check how it looks. Save changes. There you go. So the is italicized and this is made bold. Okay, so now let's try adding a link. Go to edit. Alright, so what we'll do is try to create a web link to google.com, say. And that. This is Google. This is Google. Go back down. Save changes. Right there. So right click, open link, new tab, and you have a page, your wiki page, which redirects you to the Google website. Okay, so now let's try creating a direct link to a different page. So for that, we need to first create, say, a test page 2. Click on create. Write some content and save page. Now we go back to our first page and try to link it up with this page. So under subheading 3, click on edit. Now we have an option to internal link, click on that, and the link title would be test page 2. Notice these square brackets. These are basically used to identify the internal links. That is, if you want to link another page to another Mediawiki page. Save changes, and you will notice that there's a link to your second page. So if you click on that, you're redirected to the second page. So if you go back, I would also like to show you all the history. So as you can see, the changes which I've made all have been documented out in this history page. So organizations typically make use of this to make sure that the employees are using Mediawiki and definitely other wikis in a proper way. Okay, so that right there are the basics of working with Mediawiki. One last thing I would like to point out is this discussions tab. So what you can do here is that you can have discussions about the page. So as you can see, you can start off with asking questions like what are changes you propose, changes you must make, and then post this question. And it will come right here. So this comes under the talk tab. So you have a bunch of users which can access this question and post relevant discussions and answers. So there may be people who want to know why or what changes or edits you made to the page, or you would also be interested to voice out your opinion about the content which is already on a page. So that's where the discussion tab comes in handy. Okay, so this is Mediawiki in a nutshell. It is widely used by various businesses to put up their how-to guides and how to download samples up on the internet. So how to actually do something correctly and in the right way. That's exactly what Mediawiki is used for. So as I said earlier, that Mediawiki is just one of the wikis. There are various other wikis like PHP Wiki, which is a very popular PHP language wiki. Then you have Tiki Wiki, you have X Wiki, and there are dozens more. In the next tutorial, I will be going about Wikicode. So Wikicode is basically a free online compendium of sourced quotations from notable people and creative works in various languages. It also allows translations to non-English codes. So my next video will be a guide to Wikicode. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on Mediawiki. Thank you.